Hello, blessed ones, and welcome to the Womanhood Institute. If you are new here, thank you so much for visiting. And if you are coming back, thank you for the love. Kindly take a minute to subscribe, like, and share this video. Today, I want us to talk about something that is so maybe I don't know if to use the word common, but I want us to talk about dealing with jealousy. Yes, I want us to talk about jealousy among women and comebacks. When I'm talking about comebacks, I'm talking about times when you find yourself doing something to get back at somebody. Yes. And jealousy among women can be in so many categories. I know you have had episodes when you have said she is just jealous of me. You have had people who do not compliment you because of how well dressed you look. You have maybe had people who criticize you for something good that you have done. There are people who will never tap your back when you have done a nice presentation. You will have someone who feels threatened but by how you dress, by how confident you are, by how articulate you are. Yes, people who are always jealous. And ladies, mostly, I think we fall prey of this emotion. Probably you are threatened by the life your friend lives. You're threatened by their relationship with their boyfriend. So, how do we deal with jealousy? That's what we want to talk about today. And if you ever feel any sense of criticism, if you have a feeling of obsession, of a protectiveness, if you have a feeling of distrust, if you are verbally abusing others, if you find yourself in a place of fault finding, look inside yourself and ask, could this be emotions of jealousy? Because it's an inner feeling that comes with insecurities and fear. And when I talk about insecurities and fear, you could be having fear of feeling abandoned, feeling judged, fear of inadequacy, fear of being replaced. Those are some of the insecurities that push us to feel jealousy towards other people. I want us to search ourselves today. Just sit down, look amongst your friends, look around you, and ask, would I be having feelings of jealousy towards my friends? Or can you pick points out some of the characteristics with your friends towards you that you can actually say that that's jealousy? I want to refer to a story in the Bible of two ladies who were sisters married to one husband. A story that's so juicy and very fascinating and can bring out clearly about this feeling of jealousy and what jealousy can actually make us do, extents that jealousy can make us go. I'm talking about Rachel, I'm talking about Leah. These are women that were loved by their husband. But Rachel was more loved than Leah. But God also had a way to comfort Leah, allowing her to get children where Rachel didn't have that capacity. So Leah had many kids, but she never took it from that perspective that it's God's way of loving me because I'm not receiving any love from my husband. And so she thought that now that I have children, my husband will be able to look at me with favor, will make me or will get attracted to me. And so she kept giving birth, she kept getting sons for Jacob, but still that didn't make her husband love her more than he had loved Rachel. And so time came that Rachel started feeling jealous for her sister because now this woman is getting children. Here I am with no kid, yet my husband loves me. And she thought that, no, I must die. I will die. I will die if I don't have a child. And so she goes to the husband and demands him to get her pregnant. But the best thing about Jacob is the response he gives. He says, no, woman, I'm not the one who gives children. It's only God who can be able to give you kids. But regardless, I still love you. But we put the husband aside and we come now to erase these women got themselves into. So Leah decides, or Rachel decides, that now that I'm not able to have kids, what can I do? She gets her servant, Bilhah, and gives her to her husband to sleep with her so as she can be able to bear children for her. And Leah, realizing what Rachel has done, she also decides, I also have servants. Hey, I have, actually her servant was Zipporah. So she gets Zipporah and tells her, you will sleep with my husband so as you can have more children with him for me. And so she gives Zipporah to the husband and the husband sleeps with her and she gets more kids. And so it became a race of who gets more children with the servants, who gets more children at the end of the day. And time came that even they started bringing schemes. Rachel going to ask for some madricks from Leah. Leah decides to say, no, you have my husband to yourself. Now you even want my madricks. But Rachel decides, no, if you want my husband, you take him tonight, as long as you give me some of your madricks. And the game goes on up until Rachel is granted favor and she was able to bear a child called Joseph. What does this story tell us? Like, jealousy will make us do things that we are not even conscious of. Maybe jealousy will make us make decisions that we'll come to regret later. I don't think there was need for those two women to give their servants away just so as they can compete to see who gets even more kids, who gets more attention from their husband. What has jealousy made you do? Have you improvised deals and schemes that has made your friends get in trouble? Has jealousy made you deceive, come up with schemes that have made you so higher, but you know very well what you had to do? Characteristics of jealousy. Do you find yourself very obsessive towards something or someone, that you are so scared to lose them to people that you see they are attracted to? Has jealousy made you become verbally abusive? Remember the story of Cain and Abel. When God asked Cain, and where is your brother? And he was quick to respond, am I my brother's keeper? Because he knew what he had done to him. He had become jealous of his brother Abel because God was looking with favor and he was accepting his offering. And so he killed him. And he couldn't be able to face God. He had to tell God, am I my brother's keeper? Jealousy can make you cruel. Jealousy breeds deception. You'll start scheming things for you to get to where your friends or get to places where those that you are feeling jealous for are. Unhealthy competitions. You want to dress the way your friend dresses. You want to have their life. You'll even want to use uchawi and some witchcraft and some, name them. You will even improvise lies to just get what they have. And we have heard of these stories. We have heard of friends who have gone behind our back to just have the life that we are having. Probably you have a friend who spoke lies to your boyfriend, so as your boyfriend can leave you and go to them because they were jealous of you. Maybe you have friends, co-workers who have talked behind your back to your bosses, so as you can be demoted or fired for them to get those positions. Jealousy breeds deception. People can do anything. People can go to whatever heights to just have the life that you are living. Comparisons. You hate your life. And the moment I see my friends flourishing, thriving, you start competing. You start comparing yourself. You start seeing how unfortunate you are. And I want to give an analogy of what jealousy with competition is. You get into a field and you start racing. You start racing and racing and racing to a race that will never come to an end. You start racing towards a prize that you will never get. What will that do to you? You're running but not coming to an end. Running and not receiving a prize for it. But at the end of the day, you get tired, you get weary, you become hopeless. You start developing depression because you are running towards something that is not even yours, or running a race that you are not even meant to. Do we understand that we all have different journeys? Life is a race, and each one of us have different lanes. There is one who will get ahead of you, but that doesn't mean that you will never get there. One will get the prize before you, but that doesn't mean that you will never get the prize. The question is, when you compare yourself, when you see like other people are doing better than yourself, how do you cope with those feelings? How do you cope with those emotions of envy and jealousy? Because the moment you chase that which does not belong to you, the moment you chase something and want to get it quicker than it should have found you, that will lead you to places of depression. That will lead you into hopelessness. We need to be very cognizant of the emotions of jealousy and envy, because they'll make you do things to your friends that you will come to regret. You will bribe for your friends to die. You will take bribes for things that you want, and that will never end well. Stories in the Bible of people who have bought blessings is Jacob. You know Jacob? Jacob was a schemer. Jacob was a schemer. He had to even steal his brother's blessings. He had to blackmail him with a plate of food for him to sell his birthright. And that's what we are doing the moment we are led by feelings of jealousy. You will just entice your friend with something so as you can snatch whatever they have and have it to yourself. And that's selfishness. Jealousy is driven by selfishness. I want that car that she's driving. I want that man that she's dating. I want that job that is paying her so well. I want that promotion. And with that, you will do anything to get it. If it's talking behind their back, if it's telling lies about them, you will go to that extent. Practice gratitude. Always remind yourself of the little beautiful things that you have. When you compare yourself with other people, you lack wisdom and you lack the understanding that you have a unique thing within you that if you exploit it, it will lead you into a whole new life, which other people will admire. You have unique strengths, unique abilities, unique experiences, unique skills that even others admire. So if only you took a moment and realized that there are people who also want to be where you are, and there is something other people are admiring about you, then you will not compete with other people. And if you are able to attract people who are on a higher level than you, that tells me that you are also able to get to their level, because you only attract who you are. It's only that you do not recognize the potential that you have. If I am able to attract a CEO as a friend, that means there is what they see in me. And if I tap, if only I work with them, then I can be a CEO. We only need to communicate and to ask, how did you get there? How did you reach there? How did you get this one? How did you achieve this? And if these people hold us by our hands, then we are able to reach there. So that's one way of coping with jealousy. Exercising gratitude and just communicating and asking those that are above us, those that we envy, those that we are jealous of, how did you reach there? And if they hold our hands, we get there. And to know that we have a uniqueness within us. If we tap into it, then we are going to get to where those we are jealous of are. And know that you attract your equal. If you have friends that are doing better than you, it's just a wake-up call to remind you that I am also going to get there. It's only that we all have different lanes. We are running different races, but we will all get there. But with the right attitude, we get there. If I accept myself the way I am, if I love myself the way I am, if I accept my uniqueness and I exploit into it, then there is no need of comparing myself to another person. There is no point of thinking that others are doing better than me. We will all get there. Adopt an optimistic attitude. Focus on self-love and acceptance. I want to say something in the Bible about spiritual babes. You may not be spiritual, but I just want to take this concept and just relate it to what I'm saying. The Bible says that we should not be spiritual babes. Who are spiritual babes? Spiritual babes are literally people who throw tantrums and complaints. People who will never grow. They want to remain the same. They will want to feel sorry for themselves and want to just look life from a place of, oh yeah, have mercy upon me. Oh yeah, I have nothing. I cannot achieve this. Oh yeah. They are better than me. Spiritual babes. Do you throw tantrums at life? Do you look down upon yourself and you think that they are doing better than me? I cannot get where they are. And all you're left to do is have jealous or feel jealousy upon those that are doing well. All that is left is for you to get back at them so as you can pull them back to your level. Spiritual babes. We should not be babes in life. Let us mature. Let's know that we have the same potential as everybody else. And we can get to where they are if only we have the right attitude. If only we ask the right questions. If only we exercise gratitude. So, there is nothing to be sorry about if you are living your best life. There is nothing to be sorry about if you have accepted where you are and you are exercising self-love. Do not be sorry about reaching your greatest potential. Strive. thrive, soar higher. And if you know there are people who are jealous of you, you can cut them off. If they're not willing to ask how you got there, cut them off. Unhealthy competitions are unnecessary. And life is a race. So if I want to raise mine from a place of comparison, then I will only be hopeless and depressed. But if I run my race from a place of gratitude, accepting help, and appreciating others who have gone before me, then we will all have one destiny full of fulfillment, happiness. Yes, that's all that I had for today. I hope we learn from the story of Rachel and Leah, and let's know that God has remembered us in different ways. He has remembered us in different ways. You only need to know, where has He remembered you? Which areas are you enjoying the most? Appreciate that. As you make your requests known to Him, He will remember you at His appointed time. You will enjoy just as your friends, co-workers, and many more family members are enjoying. You will get there. Just appreciate them. Acknowledge their achievements. Be happy for them. Pray for them. As you ask and inquire, how did you get there? Can you walk with me? And you will all get to that one destiny when you will all have the life that you wanted. Till we meet again, it's your girl, Janice Masharia. See you in the next one. I love you so much, but God loves you more.